Hello and welcome into the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. Tonight we have the Rocket League ECAC semifinals. It will be Boise State trying to pick up a win against Kentucky University, which is the ranked 4 seed in the ECAC, and Boise State is number 1. Boise State is really hoping to take this home and do better than we did in the fall. I am your host, Colby D'Angelo Alloway, and joining me to call all of the action is Colin CMJ McJunkin. So what's it going to take for Boise State to win tonight where we placed 3rd in the fall?
In order to place farther than what we wanted in the fall, just saying, beautiful trophy right here. We're looking to advance beyond this. Being a consistent as we were previous games before. We are on fire currently going throughout this playoff tournament. I think if we keep that same mindset, this same strategy going, we can make it all the way to the finals.
So you heard it here. Boise State's trying to make it to the finals. If we win tonight, we're guaranteed a better spot at least than we went into the fall. So those are the stakes. Boise State's really trying to take it home. They are favored in this matchup. I mean, it's the ranked 4 seed versus the number 1 seed. So Boise State is really hoping it'll be a good Rocket League night tonight. And the team and the lineups for tonight, we do have some slight changes to the lineups. We will have Danger in instead of Cosmobuster, which actually in the ECAC tournament isn't super strange. We've seen a lot of Danger. I mean, we even saw Danger last week earlier on in the tournament, and they've been doing a phenomenal job and they have more than stepped up into those shoes. And actually, they were only 2nd to Instinct in terms of goals here. We see we'll have Gil, Danger, and again, Instinct. Instinct is kind of a mainstay. I feel like Boise State would be a very different team if we swapped them out. And these are the players that will benefit most from Doc's keys to the game, which in Rocket League is you have a set play style, you need to understand your rotations, you play to follow up, and sweaty comms. And Doc's keys to the game are brought to us by Drop-In Gaming. Drop-In Gaming is the premier online platform for gamers who seek competition. Play your favorite games to win cash and prizes through free and paid entry matches and tournaments. Whether you are new to the scene or a seasoned veteran, Drop-In Gaming has the right games and competition for you. To begin your competitive gaming journey, sign up at dropingaming.com. Any final thoughts you want to add to the stakes or Boise State before we get into match 1?
To add to the stakes, no. I think we're perfectly calm in this matchup. I think we're set and ready to go. I'm looking for a Boise State win here today.
I think we all are, so we're going to get right into that match that we're hoping will end up with the Boise State win. And, you know, we're feeling pretty good about it. The feeling in the arena, I mean, casters feel great about this matchup. The players are feeling great about this matchup. We should have a pretty good game that hopefully Boise State will come out victorious. And again, we've placed 3rd in the fall, so this will guarantee us a better spot than we had just a couple months ago if we are able to pick up the win on this as this 50-50 is set up.
Which I don't think we want to be satisfied with getting a better place. I think we all want to see that finale win for Boise State, but already coming out strong here with the first demo of the game coming out off the sidebar, hanging off to the mid, pass back to the middle. Hopefully they don't see corner play too much. A missed touch by Danger, however, going to be setting Dangerous in the mid, off to the side wall. Kentucky still keeping possession in front of our net. We luckily get it out, though. So sitting in corner, wait for a clear here. Comes out the first demo by Gil, 2nd. Bad.
Boise State has been on the demos so far, and that's really been disrupting Kentucky's rotations.
And we don't want to see our own missed rotations. We see Danger a little too far up there just at the very end, but we get the slow recovery there. And right now we're just passing the ball back and forth between each other. There's the in-air 50, giving Gil possession of the ball. Could see something come out of this.
They're going to barely protect their goal, but Boise State is still on this. Instinct is going for a shot, but with Matt in the goal, they will be unable to get it. But it's unfriable apples, actually, that is going to fly through and take it into Boise State's side of the court.
That's an interesting name right there. Unfriable apples.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, why would you fry the apples in the first place? I have several questions.
I think we both agree Instinct is going to be a dominant player in this series, been a dominant player so far in the ECAC, and like I said before, a unreplaceable player in Boise State's lineup so far. I think we're looking to see, you know, solid performance at everybody. But we can see in a pass comes out, Gil making the last-second save there. That puts Boise at still keeping it 0-0 here with 3 minutes left.
We expected this to be a Boise State game, and actually it's Kentucky that has had more shots on the goal thus far.
We do see a little bit of boost advantage on Kentucky's side here, but there's been back-and-forth aggression so far, but Boise's keeping up that iron defense as always. Danger making a soft touch out the side for Gil to make a pass. Instinct not keeping possession. Slight mistouch. Might want to get it out of the corner here. Do not want Kentucky keeping possession of the ball for too long.
Matt and Festive just went in and disrupted things, and now things are taken over to Kentucky's side of the court. Gil almost got that. Danger is going to go ahead and take the ball back into the blue field. Hopefully we can get it back into the orange.
That was so close to being such an amazing double tap off the backboard. And here Instinct stopping that ball from going off our own backboard into mid, going for a second touch for a pass of Danger out to mid. Nobody's there to follow up, though. Off the backboard, this could be dangerous for Boise. Saved by Gil again.
Gil has been a very consistent member in saving these goals. Instinct is just barely unable to get it. That is first goal going over to Kentucky and unfriable apples.
That's unfortunate. A little bit of miscommunication. Two of our players leave net a little preemptively, leaving Instinct alone, not able to make the clear. It happens sometimes, though.
This is the warm-up round for Boise State.
As always, first match is gauging the other team out. A team that plays at a fluid play style, I believe, can always come out on top.
Boise State is now in the uncomfortable position of having to adapt to Kentucky, but with 2 minutes and 3 seconds, you have to think they'll be able to score at least a couple goals.
Anything can happen in Rocket League. Already pass coming out to Instinct. Up the follow-up off the backboard. Gonna be contested out of it, though. No 50 coming out from Instinct.
I would say Festive Invader has been the most disruptive in terms of anything Boise State wants to do. Festive Invader is there, interrupting the passes, interrupting the goals. Everything we want to do, Festive Invader says no.
And that's where you might want to get a demo on Festive every now and then to disrupt that, disrupting that Festive is doing.
Disrupt the disruptor. How do you like a taste of your own medicine there?
And already coming off our own back wall. Gil's going to make a touch off to our corner, keeping possession off of a bad 50, still sticking on our corner. Instinct to clear to mid, a pass to Gil, the mistouch. Still could be potential shot on goal for Boise. Danger with the misflip there.
No!
Instinct's going to have to make a play.
Instinct is going to save it. Festive Invader wanted it.
Here comes a unique touch. Oh, just barely past Kentucky's up player. Instinct, now dangerous. Danger.
Instinct is just barely going to miss that just off the back of the backboard, and crossbar there isn't done quite yet as Festive Invader is going to get the demo onto Danger. Boise State now only has 2 members in the orange.
40 seconds left, and there it is!
Ooh, Instinct tying the game with 40 seconds remaining. That was a goal that took about 1 minute and 10 seconds for Boise State there since we last counted, and Instinct is able to get it with all 3 members of Kentucky there, but unable to stop it.
The confidence there by Instinct is irreplaceable, and that's what you need from the person that's going to take the most shots on your team is the confidence that they're going to put it in net every time. A lot of people might not go for that shot with 2 of Kentucky's own players contesting it, but hey, he's going to put it in the net.
Now it is in the Boise State side of the court. Danger is seeing what they can do off of that sidewall there. The ball will get taken, but Instinct is there to block it from going into the goal yet again.
There's a touch we might want to avoid next time, is just leaving out for the middle there. Allowing Kentucky, good pinch off the sidewall. Danger's going to have to clear this out for Boise. No 50 contact there. This looks like going to go to overtime.
Wow, this is a lot closer game than we initially thought. Kentucky is more than making Boise State work for it. They got the first goal. The 50-50 is going to go the way of Kentucky. Unfriable Apples trying to dribble it into the Boise State goal there. Matt, they're going to pass it off to Matt, and we'll see what we can get done here.
A demo. Ooh, but
2
a demo
demos.
right back.
A third demo.
They suddenly got really aggressive into overtime, and that's what you like to see. A pass by Danger, getting a touch, might drop in front of the net. It's anyone's ball. The
Gil.
50.
Gil is going to be unable to get that in the net there with 2 members of Kentucky contesting him. Matt and Festive Invader are setting up some passes. Danger wants to disrupt that.
Here's Matt beating out, I believe that was Gil, Now ball's into the half field. Kentucky with a shot on net. Going to be saved by Danger. It's dangerous to be in the midfield like that. The puns are crazy today.
Ooh, that's another demo. This has been a violent, aggressive overtime here. And with Instinct down, that is Boise State's main player.
See, double commit into the corner. This might be bad for Boise State. Gill's going to take it out,
Oh my gosh.
Lingering on our side corner. Bouncing off to mid. Here's Gill with the shot. Not enough power onto it. Danger's going to get a shot right back onto the backboard. This is potential right here. Having a lot of missed touches, though. Very chaotic overtime we have here.
There are a lot of missed touches, and honestly, usually overtimes are determined much, much sooner than this. We've been going for 1:29, and neither team has really gotten close to completely scoring a goal.
There's a ball into middle, luckily taken out by Gill. Instinct's going to go up for it. Getting it past one defender, the shot down, misses. Danger.
Oh!
Ooh.
Danger's going to come in with that clutch. Instinct set him up, and Danger took it.
Beating that first defender, we almost see a bump here by Instinct. Yeah. He says, no, you cannot jump. And just sends the Kentucky player right back down to the field.
What a long overtime. And the Idaho Army National Guard is a proud supporter of Boise State esports. Top plays are presented by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time. With more than 10 jobs offering a $20,000 bonus and your degree of choice paid for, the Idaho Army National Guard is the best team out there. Reach out on Twitch at iGuardGaming. What a game! Boise State did end up taking the round, which is exactly what we're looking to do. We really want to do better than this third place trophy. We really want to get second or, I mean, ideally first in the grand finals. And if we win this matchup tonight, we will go to whoever wins Bay State or King University. And King University is actually the one that took us out and stuck us with this third place trophy here last fall.
So, hopefully we would love for King to move on and to show them just how much we've improved so far. We can see from the game there, even though going into such a long overtime, kept the mental up, kept the speed. We did have a little bit of miscommunications, I imagine, in there, but ended up coming out on top for that first game.
Do you think that these next rounds will be any more decisive than the first round, or do you expect this to be several matches of overtime and a minute 30-second overtime?
No, I believe it's going to be decisive. I think this will probably it will most likely be close. We see potential in Kentucky. They have definitely some people that can contest us in air, and definitely rotations are there for them. But I think it's going to be decisive throughout this entire rest of the series.
Well, we certainly hope here at Boise State. We're not looking for a matchup as stressful as that other one was.
Already here the pressure came out on the Boise State side. Gill getting it past the defender. Only one back on their side. The bumps are coming out.
There it is.
Instinct.
I thought that was going to get blocked there for a second, but no, Gill has gotten the first goal. And, that goal was a lot faster than the other one, so maybe you're right. Maybe this will be much more decisive.
Only one Kentucky player left in their net to defend. That's not a situation you want to leave your teammates in. We see one in our own net. I wonder what he was doing there, and we see not a mistouch, but a bad 50 come out, and Gill is just taking advantage of that.
Unfriable Apples taking things over into the orange side of the court, trying to pass to their teammates. Danger's going to get that save on the goal after Festive Invader shoots.
Here, Instinct going to carry the ball here. Danger going with the next touch for the 50. Gill's not up for this. Makes an amazing touch there. Danger not able to disrupt in the net. Here comes Instinct off the backboard. Blocked. Wow. That would have been an amazing shot into net. But here we go. The pressure's still coming out from Boise State. Danger not getting a 50. The bump onto Instinct sends Instinct flying. Danger zone now for Boise State in front of our own net.
Oh, no! Unfriable Apples is barely going to get the score on that. There were so many members of Boise State that were there, but none of them could have stopped Unfriable Apple getting in there. That is all three members of Boise State within the net and unable to stop that.
A little bit of hesitation from Gill, not quite knowing what to do or coming in from the goal a little fast, and we saw that bump come out on Instinct, sent Instinct flying, not even able to get back to help his teammates. So perfect bump by Kentucky right there.
And now Boise State is fighting to take it out of the blue.
Because it was a good 50-50s. Danger now going to go with the air dribble. Over one off the backboard. Gil has a shot. Blocked. Wow. See a lot of aggression coming out from Boise State.
That was a great shot. And Gil, especially, Gil has been the one taking the most shots on Boise State right now, which usually it's Danger and Instinct. Gil is really stepping up this round.
And there comes out that fluid play style I mentioned before, having all three members that can become, we mentioned Instinct being the main shot taker here, but having all three members that can be playmakers combined into one team, you're deadly when that happens.
Boise State needs to be a little bit more deadly, though, as we've only scored a goal, and Kentucky almost gets one, but Boise State is able to stop. But they both leave the net, and they let Festive Invader score that second goal. It feels like Boise State is leaving the net too soon in a lot of these instances. We see Gil and Danger leave and then immediately notice that the ball is going back, but they're unable to get that there in time, leaving Kentucky up one with 3 minutes and 5 seconds remaining.
A pretty big miscommunication on Boise State's side, but already the aggression coming out from Boise State. We don't want that double commit bump coming out, but a shot onto net. Wow.
Oh my gosh. We were talking about these rounds being decisive, but actually so far this round has been decisive in Kentucky's favor. That is 2 goals in the last 20 seconds.
Some pretty good air dribble control coming out from unfriable apples, frying the net with the ball.
Who's been the main shooter and one of the main defenders, actually, also for Boise State. Gil is going to go ahead. Boise State still down 1, now 2-3, evening things up. And with 3 minutes remaining, Boise State has the ability to turn this around.
Gil might be the player of this match right now, I believe, having the majority of our shots and goals here. Both of our goals here. Answering right back. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left, already in Kentucky's side. 2 men back deep. Gil gonna make a big touch, power touch. Danger off the redirect. Ooh. Not enough power on it.
Oh no, not quite. Instinct still wants it. Instinct and Gil are still going for this. Matt is going to send it in the blue side of the court, hopefully try to score. Danger's going to stop him from doing that. Just a little bit of disruption there, and Instinct is taking it back over into the orange.
A slight mistouch on that ball that could have been up a lot higher and maybe been a goal. Boise might regret that going forward here, as that could have tied up the score and relieved a lot of pressure. Hanging in front of Kentucky's net, a slow clear out.
Instinct's just barely going to hit that backboard there. Gil's going to see what they can do. Danger's going to hit, but it just goes a little high there. And Boise State now has to defend their own net.
Ooh, it comes out a big miss by Kentucky here. Now it's a 2v2, I believe, on Boise State's side. Instinct. Danger's going to take control of the ball. Getting a bad 50 onto that doesn't go quite in our favor. Gil's going to make a recovery touch, though. Another 50 doesn't really quite go in our favor. Up in the air, Kentucky with a shot potential here. Ooh.
Boise State is just unable to capitalize on these opportunities. They're just barely missing these shots that they really need to make because they're still down 1 with 1 minute and 15 seconds remaining.
I really think, you know, Instinct and Boise are really regretting that missed shot at that 2-minute mark that was there. That could have really tied up the game here. And lingering in front of net, saved by Danger, though. Ooh, that was a big save. That keeps Boise State in this game.
That was dangerous, and Danger's going to take it across the court and just barely get blocked. But Gil's going to take it in, and that's another goal for Boise State. 3-3 with 1 minute remaining. This is a tied game. Are you feeling overtime?
I feel like I'm going to say another overtime here, but I think Gil might come out here and score another impressive goal. Already with the hat trick here. Looks like Gil's the person to pass the ball to.
I'm not going to lie. I'm feeling overtime a little bit. This is 45 seconds, and the last goal took Boise State about 1 minute to capitalize on here.
See, a little bit of mistouch on their side. Oh, a back pass.
No.
That leaves the net wide open.
Danger's going to get it. There it is. That is 4-3. Boise State up 1 with 33 seconds remaining. You might be right. This might not end up going to overtime. But Kentucky has scored two consecutive goals in less than 20 seconds. So Kentucky's still in this. They've done more with less.
30 seconds left. Only 1 goal. It's very much still Kentucky's game here. But Boise State, if they can keep the pressure here, we can close out match 2 and potentially put it into match point here.
Boise State just needs to play the defensive game at this point. They don't have to score anymore to win. It would just be a little bit extra. And Unfriable Apples almost goes right through that defensive game that Boise State is trying to play.
Ooh, that was almost open net until Unfriable Apples came out and saved that ball. Here we have another shot potential here. The missed demo. Gill is sending it back up, though. Oh, it's going to touch the ground before Kentucky can do anything about it.
So not as decisive as you were maybe expecting. That was pretty back and forth. And even Kentucky scored the first couple goals and put Boise State down 2 at one point. But Boise State has luckily been able to pull it out. Do you think Kentucky might take next round?
If we keep up this same mentality and fortitude that we have going here in our play style, we see down by 3 goals there, but we come back slowly but surely. We let those little mistakes define Kentucky, and we capitalize on them. So, yes, could it go to overtime? Yeah, I think Kentucky's definitely a team that deserves to be in the pitch with Boise State here, but I still think Boise State is going to come out on top.
So I guess we'll see. We'll get right into the next matchup and see if Boise State will be able to take this next round or if it'll go to Kentucky. This has been pretty 50-50 for both of these teams. Is there anything Boise State can do to win this a little bit more decisively?
Positioning is everything here. We see a little bit of mistakes come out. There's already a double touch coming out. That doesn't need to happen there, and that can spell disaster if Instinct doesn't keep control of the ball there. But luckily for us, it does. But positioning is everything. What you are relative to the ball can determine whether or not you can save it or shoot it.
Would you say the biggest thing that Kentucky's capitalizing on is Boise State's mispositioning?
I would say that's for both sides. I believe both sides have made some mistouches, and they're
almost.
Boise getting a little lucky there with the missed shot there. Kentucky's going to regret that later on in the game.
Just a little bit more accuracy could have gotten that, and they're going to be. Gill is just barely going to touch, or Danger is just barely going to touch that. Excuse me, and take that out there.
The bump coming out messes up Kentucky just enough for Boise to take possession. Here could be a pass potential off the wall. Gill with the miss 50-50. It's going to go in Kentucky's favor. Only one player in net. It might spell disaster.
No!
Oh.
They had the one player in net. They were unable to get it, though. Just the pass back and forth. That is first goal going over to Kentucky.
There's that smart midfield pass. You're expecting a little bit of a flick there. A little slow, but still gets the job done. And Kentucky's now up 1.
With 3 minutes and 57 seconds remaining, though, you got to think Boise State will be able to at least score 1 goal.
Oh, yes. Both, and already with the shot coming off, just barely saves off the crossboard. It's going to be big there.
Gill and Instinct are trying to set this up. Danger comes flying in to do the same. Instinct rotates back to net.
That's a good pass around Kentucky's own player. Shot on the mid, giving Boise State possession. Gill not having possession. Gets the fake off. Gets a demo.
Gets a demo on the
And there's another fake. Oh, but there comes the miss. But I believe that was Danger that came out from there. Boise State needs to recover here and keep possession of the ball.
Unfriable Apples is just barely going to bump that and stop Boise State from doing what they want to. But Instinct's going to take a shot on the go. It will go wide, too far to the left.
Comes out a set down by Danger. Nobody there quite able to follow up. A little too fast, a little too hard. Although Kentucky's in the air for this. Could be a shot.
No. Matt is just barely going to miss with a little bit of a save by Danger there. And Danger's going to take it on the Kentucky side of the court. Gill's just barely going to miss. That's going to go right. It feels like a lot of these shots just need a little bit more accuracy, and this would be a much higher scoring game.
Oh, yeah. Already we see 3 shots that potentially missed due to a little bit off the net. Fixing that can really change up the way this game is played.
The scoreboard would certainly be higher for both teams.
I think Boise needs to take a little bit more control of these 50-50s. They need to put Carr on ball and really relieve some pressure here. Some demos coming out from here, fakes flicking around the enemy team here. Could really relieve some pressure here. We're just really relying on in-air shots. That might not be enough to save us.
Gill's going to save that ball there, so it's certainly enough, at least for now, as Matt's going to take it. Danger is in the net, though. Ooh. Will be unable to block, just couldn't jump high enough. That is second goal going out to Kentucky. Boise State still has not managed to score this round.
There's that kind of touch you don't want coming off the corner wall that everyone dreads, heading right back out the middle. We see Danger turned around in net, which if it was the other way around, if he was facing forward, might have saved that ball.
Festive Invader's just going to go ahead and take another shot out of the Boise State goal. Will miss. And with 1 minute and 58 seconds remaining here, Boise State is now down 2 goals.
Ooh.
Danger's going to get one, so down 1 goal.
I believe this was a triple tap? Self-triple tap? 1, 2.
Yeah, triple tap, just
Wow.
like you were talking about. Danger and that back wall, passing it back and forth there.
Crossy is now in our favor, I would say.
At least for that play. We'll see if they continue to stay on Boise State's side here.
Ever so fluid and changing. Here we're seeing a little bit of a pass out deep. Kentucky's going to miss on a chance. Gill with the missed touch here. Coming off the sidewall, get a little lucky there. Kentucky with a 3rd member coming in. Might be an over-rotation if we can take advantage of it. Instinct with a good 50 off the sidewall. Miss. Gill going to send it. And just as I said, Crossy was in our favor.
She does. Crossy goes ahead and does that.
Does us dirty like that. Instinct's not going to keep possession of the ball. That's what we like to see here.
Ooh, gonna barely juke that past Matt.
Pass middle. Would love to see a little more power on that shot right there. That could cause a little bit more danger.
Danger's gonna rotate back to net. Matt and Unfriable Apples are both trying to score. Festive Invader, however, is gonna be the one that gets it.
With the minute left, can't be making mistakes like that. We see the missed touch off the backboard. Danger is rotating around. Instinct's not quite capable of getting back to net in time and leaving the net alone there.
Instinct and Gill just barely missed the save on that ball. Boise State still down 2 with 53 seconds remaining. This is an uncomfortable game. This round might end up going to Kentucky.
Yeah, definitely less than 50 seconds left here. Unless Boise State really gets their act together here. Stop making those triple commits. Stop making those double commits. You know, be a little smarter with your positioning.
Ooh.
Deleted from the game.
Good.
It was a good 50, though. That's the one thing I am noticing throughout this game, that we are not consistently winning 50s here. And that really puts us into some bad situations.
If you can't win the 50, you're kind of put on your back foot, and it really halts a lot of this aggression that Boise State wants to have, especially down 2 goals.
And that's where the passive play coming out from, you know, the 2nd or 3rd man that's in the position that's responsible. There comes another demo. It looks like it's going to be then for Boise State here.
Yeah, unless some miracle comes out, that's Kentucky winning their first round. Boise State is still up 2 at the match point here. So let's take a look at the breakdown at who took the most shots. You can see total shots was on the side of Kentucky. Boost used was exactly 50-50, but Kentucky had the total shots and they had the side control. Boise State really needs to start taking some more shots. You can see Unfriable Apples there is far and away the leader in terms of shots right now. And Boise State Esports is always looking for talented players, production, and broadcasting. Top talent, along with good grades and eligibility, can earn scholarships as well. Sign up today by visiting boisestate.edu/esports for more information. And then maybe next time you're on the Rocket League cast, you could be one of the people sitting in the chair talking about the game. Speaking of that game, Kentucky finally won a round. Excuse me, that was difficult.
Words.
And Boise State was down 2, almost that down 3 almost that entire time, except for the 1 goal that Gill was saying. What is the biggest thing Boise State needs to improve on in this next round if we want to win?
Kind of led into it at the beginning of the game. We see a lot of missed touches, a lot of double commits. Our rotations in net is not as amazing when a team is being as aggressive as they are. And when you start noticing we're not winning those 50-50s as much as we should be, you have to start playing a little more passive. That 2nd and 3rd man need to keep that in their head that this 50-50 could either go in my favor or against me. And you need to create your positioning off of that.
So if you're losing a lot of 50-50s, you need to prepare for that. You need to expect that. You can't just be in their net when you lose the 50-50. So we're going to take a little bit of time and get right into this match against Kentucky, who we might see a reverse sweep here if Boise State can't manage to rotate people back into the net.
Yeah, if we see, you know, if we see consistent miscommunication on who should go up to the ball, who has the most boost to contest the ball, we could see, you know, a reverse sweep here, and Danger!
Danger getting the first score. That's a good omen, right? Boise State getting the first score within the first 20 seconds. Looking pretty good.
Showing off a little bit of that air control skill. Beats it over 2 defenders, leaving Matt absolutely unactionable in the net. He realizes there's not much they can do to save this ball.
And actually, Boise State's going to win that 50-50 too, and Danger's going to get the demo onto Matt.
Already seeing a lot more speed come out from Boise State, winning that first 50-50, but Unfriable Apples is up off the backboard. A good backboard clear from Danger puts it right back onto Kentucky's side. Depending how they control this ball, could mean goal. There's a mistouch.
2 demos coming out.
Ooh. Another miss. 2 misses by Boise State here. If nobody's rotated. Danger dodging just barely the demo here. Now set in a 1v1 situation. Keeping it smart up in the middle. Gil, the third man. Here we're just seeing a little bit.
Unfriable Apples and Festive Invader now passing back and forth, looking for a shot on Boise State's goal, but with Instinct, Gil, and Danger all in the net, they will be unable to get that first shot.
That could have been dangerous right there, and potentially a goal for Boise State. Here comes the bump again. Ooh. We're noticing that a lot from Kentucky right now, is they are ahead of the game right now in terms of what is the next move we play after making this touch.
And they're bumping to disrupt all of Boise State's shots and potential saves. And when there's 3 people in the net like that, you really do need to bump.
And it's definitely annoying to play against. Ooh, there comes a good 50-50 off of Gil.
Oh no, that's an open Boise State net! They rotated out and didn't leave anybody to defend the net. And so that is Kentucky tying up the game 1-1.
Yeah, there we see Instinct and Gil just
Instinct, Gil, and Danger. He was over there in the corner.
It's okay for Danger to be over there because Danger makes that 50-50 or attempts to, and it's a little hard to make that rotation back in time, but you're really expecting Gil and Instinct to be back by that time, unless, you know, a bump or a demo that we didn't really see might have caused that sort of confusion. But, you know, like I said, if we want to clear up these mistakes, if we want to win this game and potentially the next, we've got to clean those mistakes up.
Can't just leave the net open when they are on your side of the field here. But with 2 minutes and 56 seconds remaining, Boise State or Kentucky could still turn this around.
I've seen a touch come out from Danger, playing a lot more aggressively, a lot fast.
Ooh! Instinct is going to steal that ball. Festive Invader's going to steal it right back and send it right back to Danger.
We get a little lucky there. Once again, we see we have a triple commit onto their side, becoming really aggressive. Isn't necessarily a bad thing, but when you do that, you've got to make that commitment back to rotation fast or score a goal.
One of the two. If you don't score the goal, you need to get back in your net, because that would be the cost of missing the goal, is immediately you're put back on defense.
See a backflip out just barely by Gil, putting Gil out of position to make a touch on the ball off the backboard. Danger's going to make a decent clear. It's now bad on Boise State side. Oh.
Festive Invaders is going to get Kentucky 2 to Boise State's 1. That is Boise State down 1 as we are approaching the later half of this match.
See a misread, you know, by Instinct there. You know, that's definitely a harder shot to defend there, but if we
Boise State wins the 50-50 though.
Yeah, which is, it's always hard to, you know. And there's a good flick, though, coming out.
Ooh, Danger set that shot up, and Matt is just going to disrupt that.
Ooh, and there's that good 50 that win that we need. Here comes Danger, leaving it middle for Gil. Just a slight, almost as a Doomsday dish there. Missed touch, open net, not quite there, though.
Gil's just barely not going to make that aerial shot.
See, a lot of mistakes. Here comes the demo by Danger here, leaving Gil with possession of the ball. Here comes the ceiling shot off the backboard. Could be a goal.
It's a little too bouncy.
Now we do see a third man taking action here. Rotation's coming a little bit more into effect past mid. Gil's going to come out, make that touch.
Boise State is still really trying for this goal, but Festive Invader's going to take the ball and take it on the blue side of the court. Danger luckily will save in the net, but Unfriable Apples is there now too. And Boise State is on the hard defense.
Here now have Instinct controlling the ball. Here comes a bump out from Danger. Another touch Gil's going to keep it up in the air for mid. However, though, no Boise State player is going to be able to follow up for that. Matt, the pass off the backboard. The good 50 win from Boise State. Now all the pressure is on Kentucky's side. The backflip coming out. Could be a mistake that spells disaster once again.
No!
Fingering the net.
No! Oh, just barely going to miss it. But Boise State had no one there. That is incredibly lucky for the Broncos.
30 seconds left here. We got to see Boise State start taking aggressive action here. This is the point where you start saying, hey, we just got to go for it. You just got to send 3 men up top and, make a play happen here.
Because you're already down 1. So at this point, defending the net doesn't do anything with the last 15 seconds remaining.
And you only need 1, which you're up.
Ooh. 8, 7, as we're going. Oh, Gil's going to get it with 6 seconds remaining. I didn't know if we were going to get that, to be honest. And that is Boise State, unless Kentucky or Boise State can score in the next 6 seconds. We're going into overtime.
That is a series of events that we love to see for Boise State. We see Kentucky. There's an open net. Nope. It's just barely off, and Instinct's going to take control of it. However, though, it's coming back around from our own net. Ooh.
Taken into overtime. Kentucky almost got that goal. Boise State almost didn't get the overtime opportunity, and we're going to lose this 50-50 with Instinct taking back to the net.
Keeping possession of the ball. Staying on for the next touch. Danger now going to have another one here. Following up with the flick. Only one defender left for Kentucky. Up in the air. Gil's already up responding for that. Shot onto the backboard. Just slightly missed. However, Instinct's getting it past just one Kentucky defender there. The pass out from mid. The demo coming on to Instinct. Gil's going to get a good pinch down back to the ground. No boost, though. Gil might want to leave the situation quickly. Without Danger with the pass to Instinct. Backboard defense coming out for Kentucky. A 50 bounce onto net. Blocked by Matt. Danger with the shot!
Gonna get it! Finally for the side of Boise State here. That is Boise State winning by 1 point in overtime.
And I believe that's the match. That's a series win there. That is Boise State's.
What a semifinals match that was. We were expecting the semifinals to be a little bit more high scoring, honestly, but no, it was just back and forth between these two teams the whole time, and neither one of them got above 4, but Boise State is going to take it 3-1.
Pushing Boise State to Game 4 is, a pretty big feat there, and pushing them into overtime twice. Those were very close games. That was not Boise State blowing Kentucky out of the water. I believe all 4 of these games were pretty close. So Kentucky definitely came out and showed their best game here, but Boise State's going to come out on top just barely by these little mistakes.
It came down to the minor misplays both of these teams made. Kentucky just barely happened to make more of those misplays. And this will bring an end to our ECAC Rocket League semifinals with a Boise State win. So, we're guaranteed better than this trophy. Not that we don't love this trophy. We display it on the middle of the desk. But we're guaranteed second or first at this point now. And we're going for first, and we will face the winner of the Bay State or King University game. We really hope King University wins this so that Ball State, so that Boise State can get that rematch that we're really looking for that you described earlier in the fall.
And there actually have it, just a little bit of update. Ball State actually ends up winning.
Oh, no. So we don't get the rematch. And it will be Boise State versus Ball State in the grand finals for ECAC Rocket League. But that's another day.
And that was a 3-0 series win, if I heard correctly, which says a lot. If King was the one to beat us out last semester, that might spell trouble for a little bit of Boise State. If Ball was able to 3-0 King, it'll be an interesting final matchup. I will say that.
Boise State has a lot of growing to do, especially after this last matchup. But again, another day. We'll see that grand finals for ECAC Rocket League another day. And tonight, we have Halo after this, more ECAC. But before we get into that, player of the game.
I'm gonna say Instinct's always the safe choice to go with here, but I'm gonna go with Gil here. I think Gil had a pretty big impact going into the second game. It's hard to say. All 3 players, I believe, had an impact, not just from scoring a goal. Everyone was making saves. Everyone was getting bumps. Demo creating pressure here. but I would have to go with Instinct. I think so.
I want to highlight Danger specifically for player of the game because I feel like Instinct was most of the time in the net, and we actually didn't see Instinct make as many shots as they normally do. We saw Danger taking and making those shots and was in that really like forward playing position for Boise State tonight and was their biggest playmaker. And it looks like we will end up being Danger. That's me 2 for 2 on the player of the game for Rocket League.
I believe so. Yeah, it's 2 for 2. And, once again, every player here had a critical impact at one point throughout the series. So it's not to say I don't want to say you could say a team of the game. I think so. You make mistakes as a team and you win as a team. But Danger is most definitely a player to highlight.
And the player of the game is brought to you by Idaho Central Credit Union, who believes a great player makes a team more successful, just like Idaho Central's helping members achieve financial success. Danger is the Idaho Central Credit Union player of the game and was the primary playmaker for Boise State in this matchup against Kentucky.
Definitely played a critical role throughout it all. We already see there Danger, making 3 very incredible, mechanically skilled plays there. I would love to see a lot of these mistakes, little minor ones that we could have probably 3-0'd Kentucky if they weren't made.
Do you have any advice to fix those mistakes going into the grand finals before we wrap up?
Accepting accountability a little bit. I think if you go back as a team and look these over and say, hey, I did make this mistake, and hash out as a team as what could be better done, I think that's the next step to, we play really well. These are just simple little things that we make mistakes on, and cleaning them up just as far as that can really help us improve our game.
Accountability is huge in esports. If you make the mistake, you need to own up to it. And that will bring an end to our Rocket League. We do still have the final 5 plays, but after that, we will have ECAC Halo. And the top 5 plays are presented by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time. With more than 10 jobs offering a $20,000 bonus and your degree of choice paid for, the Idaho Army National Guard is the best team out there. From all of us here at Boise State, thank you for joining us here tonight, and be sure to join us in 15 minutes for more Halo ECAC.